Welcome to Fleetistics LITE Getting Started Training. My name is Lynn Rios, and I'll be presenting an overview of the Fleetistics LITE user interface today. The LITE platform has been designed for simplicity and ease of use. So let's get started and show you just how easy it is. When you placed your order with us, a login was created for the system administrator. If additional users are needed, they can be requested by the administrator. Your username is your email address, and your password is whatever you set when you received your first login email. Go to our main website, www.fleetistics.com, and click the Login button in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. You'll land on the Login page where you can enter your credentials. The page you will land on after entering your credentials is the My Fleetistics portal, where you can manage your account and view the My Fleet View map. The My Fleet View map displays a recent location for vehicles on the LITE system, as well as other Fleetistics systems you may be using. You can also create a link to share this map on a website or with individuals that do not have direct access to the system by going to Account, Services, My Fleet View. Your service includes a free master link for all vehicles that can be reset when needed. If you'd like to create custom links with limited data to share with different people, you can subscribe to My Fleet View Pro to create up to 20 unique links. On the right-hand side of the map are the map controls that allow you to filter, set a default filter, update settings, and access features like weather. There is also a zoom in and zoom out button. The map icons tell you whether a vehicle is stopped or, if moving, the direction of movement. The circles with numbers are clusters of vehicles, and clicking on that cluster zooms into those vehicles on the map so you can see them individually. Clicking on an individual vehicle icon displays more specific data on that vehicle. You can learn more about the My Fleet View map and My Fleetistics in our Getting Started training for My Fleetistics. But for now, let's talk about launching your Fleetistics LITE system. To launch the LITE system, click Telematics and Dashcam, and then Fleetistics LITE. At the top, you will see your main menus for mapping, reports, and administration. First, we're going to talk about mapping. The mapping menu allows you to choose a last location view for all vehicles, a single vehicle with its most recent activity, or a group of vehicles with last location. When viewing a single vehicle history, you can use the replay button to display the progress of the vehicle throughout the time frame that you are viewing. The map can also be set to auto-refresh as new data points populate to the map. The drop-down menu below the main selections allows you to pick a specific group or a specific vehicle from your current view. On the right side of the map is a date selector, where you can choose both the start and end date and time of the data to be displayed. You can select a time zone to display the data in if needed. And you have the option to show details below the displayed map. Clicking a vehicle icon on the map or a detail line below the map displays that information on the map near the vehicle icon it is associated with. If you need to zoom in or out on the map, you can use the mouse wheel. You can use the slider bar on the left-hand side of the map, or you can use the plus and minus buttons to zoom in and out as needed. The next tab at the top of the map is the Reports tab. Reports can be displayed by vehicle, by groups, or summarized by group. Vehicle Detail provides detailed reports on individual vehicles. Group Detail provides detailed reports on all vehicles included in the selected group. The Group Summary provides summarized reports on all vehicles included in the selected group. A list of specific reports you can choose from appears after you have selected the scope of vehicles you're interested in. Click the button located to the left of the desired report, then choose starting and ending dates for the report by clicking the dates in the calendars located on the left. Once all selections are made, click the Get Report button. Reports are available to you in 5 formats: HTML for on-screen viewing of reporting, CSV for importing into other software applications such as your accounting software, XML for export to custom developed software systems or applications that support XML format, or XLS for reporting to Microsoft Excel, which allows you to manipulate the data and perform more calculations on it. You can also select email to send the report to designated email recipients. A field is provided to specify the recipient email address. Our final main menu tab is the Administration tab. Let's look at the different administration functions available to you. First is User Admin. When selected, a current list of users with their details will be displayed. You can view or edit the user details using the buttons at the bottom of the page. However, to maintain the connection between My Fleetistics and Fleetistics LITE, it is recommended that you contact our support team to make any changes needed in user profiles or user roles and to add new users for you. Next is Vehicle Administration. Sometimes the terms vehicles and devices will be used interchangeably. The vehicles in your system are each represented by a device. So when we talk about vehicle administration, either term could be used, and we're talking about the same thing. Vehicles and their associated devices are configured from the Vehicle Admin window. available from the administration menu. Once the selection is made, a list of vehicles are displayed. To edit the settings for a specific vehicle or device, click the button to the left of the device name, then click the Edit button. The Edit window is then displayed. To change the name of a vehicle or device, edit the information in the vehicle description field. The name entered in this field is displayed on the map and on all of your reports. The vehicle naming convention is an important part of setting up your system. Since the names are used on reports and on the live map, a descriptive naming system can save you time and effort. Names can include a vehicle description or a number, the driver's name, or any combination of the two. Creative naming helps you to recognize the vehicle more easily on the map. What do you call it in normal conversation? That may be the most appropriate name to assign. You can also use color of vehicle or year, make, and model. Names can be edited as often as needed, so if one naming convention is not working for you, it's very easy to change them. At the bottom of the form, the vehicle or device can also be assigned to one or more groups. And there are some additional information fields as well. Several of these fields have no effect on the operation of the software. They're provided simply as a convenience for you to store information about the vehicle. These fields include short name, vehicle ID, vehicle make, vehicle model, license plate, license expiration, equipment type, and equipment status. Color coding can be a very effective tool. The color displayed on the map that represents a vehicle or device's route can be changed by making a selection from the Map Route Color field. This provides you the ability to visually differentiate between the routes of different vehicles on the map. In the same way, the icon displayed on the map, the icon for each vehicle or device, can be changed by clicking the Group Pushpin ID field and making a selection from the options provided. There's also some fields for vehicle maintenance tracking. Near the bottom of the device vehicle edit screen are 3 fields that can be used to keep track of regular maintenance items for the vehicle. You can keep track of 2 different maintenance procedures based on mileage and 1 based on engine hours. To specify the number of miles until the next maintenance procedure, enter the mileage in the maintenance interval field. When a maintenance procedure is performed, enable the Check to Reset Service checkbox and save. This resets the mileage or engine hours for the next procedure. The same process is used to track maintenance procedures using engine hours. Fleetistics LITE can provide proactive notifications when certain events occur as well. The 2 methods of notification are a text message to a cell phone or an email. We will discuss the available events later in this guide in the rules section. But first, set the Notify Enable window to Yes. In the device vehicle edit screen, you will need to enter the email address or SMS messaging address that notification should go to. Cell phone numbers for notification delivery are entered using the format SMS: and then the phone number. All cell numbers must include SMS: prior to the number. Multiple numbers can be entered in the field by separating with a comma and no space. Email addresses are entered in their standard format. And just as with cell numbers, multiple addresses can be entered and separated with a comma and no space. You can send both text and email messages for the same notifications. Just enter the appropriate comma-separated values in the Notify email field. The final step in any device or vehicle edit is to click the Change button at the bottom of the form. Of course, to cancel changes, you would click the Cancel button instead. You'll notice as we go through the rest of this training that the steps to configure groups, rules, and even zones follow a very similar logical path. So if it looks like we're doing the same things in different places, well, we are. Once you get a feel for the progression, you'll begin to feel like an expert in no time. So let's talk a little bit about groups. The option to create and edit groups is the next selection on your administration menu. Fleetistics LITE allows for organizing vehicles into groups. Groups allow for displaying multiple vehicles on the map and including multiple vehicles in a report simply by selecting the group. Vehicles can also be assigned to multiple groups. For example, a vehicle may be included in a department group as well as a group to separate vehicle types like trucks or cars. To create or to edit a group, select Group Admin from the Administration menu, and the group window is displayed. Enter a group ID in the field provided. A group ID can be sequential numbers or letters, such as 1, 2, 3, or ABC. It can also be a name. Click the New button, and the new group is created and selected. Then click the Edit button. Enter a name in the Group Name field and click the Change button. To assign a vehicle or device to the group, select Vehicle Admin from the Administration menu. Scroll down to the Group Membership pane, enable the check boxes beside all the groups you want to assign the vehicle to, and then click the Change button. Geo Zones, or just zones, are used to define locations within the system. These locations can then provide information and notifications such as the date, time, and speed when a vehicle or device enters or exits the zone. Reports display the name of the zone instead of the address when a vehicle or device is located inside a zone at the time of the report line item. There are 3 types of zones. We begin by selecting Geo Zone Admin from the Administration menu. To create a circular GeoZone, after you select GeoZone Admin from the Administration menu, you'll enter an ID or a name for the zone in the field provided. Click the New button, and the GeoZone is created. Now select the new GeoZone to edit. Click the Edit button, and the Zone Edit window will open. Zoom into the location for the zone. The scroll wheel on the mouse can be used to zoom. Holding down the Control key and holding down the left mouse button allows for dragging the position of the map. Once the map is zoomed to a level appropriate for the size of your geozone, click and release the left mouse button. The geozone is created on the center of the mouse point. To size the geozone, enter the desired radius in the radius field and click the Reset Map button. Enter a name for the geozone in the description field. Choose the groups the geozone is to be applied to from the Assign Group menu. Select the term you want to use on the event report when a vehicle enters and exits the geozone from the Arrive and Depart menus. Choose the display color for the geozone from the Zone Color menu. And once all entries and selections are made, click the Change button. To create a Polygon Geozone, we'll follow the same initial steps we used to create a circular zone, with one exception. We'll select Polygon from the menu, located to the right of the Geozone ID field, before we click the New button. To change the shape of the geozone, hold down the left mouse button on a point and drag to the desired location. Once the geozone is in the desired shape and size, continue as in the circular zone to complete the zone creation. The final choice we have for geozones is what we call Geo Corridors. Those are zones that are created over a roadway or the path you want the vehicle to take. This provides the ability to track when a vehicle is traveling or not traveling on a specific road or corridor. Again, we'll use all the same steps that we used to create our circular zone and our polygon zone, but this time we're going to select Geo Corridor Admin from the Administration menu. Enter an ID for the new zone, click the New button, enable the button to the left of the new corridor, and click the Edit button. Specify the width for the Geo Corridor in the Radius field, and click the Reset Map button. Zoom into the location the corridor is to be created in. The mouse scroll wheel can be used to zoom. The mouse is used to drag the map position by holding down the Control key and the left mouse button and then dragging. Click and release the left mouse button to begin the corridor. Enable the button to the left of the next point field. Hold down the Control key and left mouse button to drag to the location where the next point will be positioned. Click and release the left mouse button. Continue repeating these steps until the entire road that you want on the map is included in the corridor. Enter a name for the corridor in the description field and click the Change button to save your corridor. Next on our administration menu is Rules. Rules are used to instruct the system to report and or to receive text and email notifications when a defined situation occurs. For example, a rule can be created to send a notification and log a report entry when a vehicle enters or leaves a geozone. Or a rule can be created that sends an email and or a text message when a vehicle is towed or the vehicle exceeds a predefined speed. To create a rule, select Rule Admin from the administration menu. Enter an ID for the rule, click the New button, then click the Edit button. In the notification email field, enter an email address or the cell phone number for notification delivery, exactly the same as we did in the vehicle edit window. Select the type of rule to create from the System Rule field. Enter a name for the new rule in the description field. The name entered in this field is the name that will be displayed on reports. Specify if the rule should apply to all vehicles, or choose a specific vehicle by making a selection from the Vehicle ID menu. As usual, once all of the entries are made, click the Change button to save your new rule. Well, that completes our training on Fleetistics LITE. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to contact us at 877-467-0326 for further assistance. Have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for choosing Fleetistics LITE.